Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. I want to talk about the coronavirus hysteria that's going on right now. The corona has been officially labeled a global pandemic by the World Health Organization. Over 100,000 people have been affected and cases have been found in 114 countries so far. So it has been a widespread infection. Now, I will admit, I do think the hysteria surrounding the coronavirus has been a little excessive, but I understand why people are concerned. It's a new virus. People don't know much about it. There hasn't been any vaccinations produced yet, so people are scared. They just don't want to get sick. Now, the coronavirus does cause a respiratory infection, and the symptoms are similar to the flu, but it's not the same as the flu. It's a whole different viral strand, and it was originally found in wild animals like bats, snakes, pangolins, etc. Now, from my understanding, people were consuming these wild exotic animals and they caught the coronavirus. That's kind of what I've read, but some conspiracy theorists will say that it was man-made. It was made by the government to control the population, but honestly, that's not the case. It was actually found in animals, and the virus spread from an animal to a human. Now, the thing about this virus is it is an airborne infection. So if you're in close proximity to a person who has it, you will catch it. If a person coughs and sneezes without covering their face, or if a person touches contaminated surfaces and touches their face with their dirty hands, it can cause the virus to spread. This is why hand washing and sanitation practices are extremely important. And also, a person has to cover their mouth and their nose the proper way when they sneeze and cough, because those air droplets can transfer in the air and somebody could breathe it in and they could contract the virus. So that was just a little PSA there, but yeah, the virus has been spreading around like crazy. The first case was detected in Wuhan, China, and it spread to other countries in Asia and Europe, and now it's all over. In fact, the Oscar-winning actor Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson caught the virus while they were in Australia. Tom released a statement that said this: "Hello folks, Rita and I are down here in Australia. We felt a bit tired, like we had colds and some body aches. Rita had some chills that came and went, slight fevers too. To play things right, as is needed in the world right now, we were tested for the coronavirus and were found to be positive. Well now, what to do next? The medical officials have protocols that must be followed. We Hanks will be tested, observed, and isolated for as long as public health and safety requires. Not much more to it than one day at a time approach, no? We'll keep the world posted and updated. Take care of yourselves, Tom Hanks." Tom Hanks' son, Chet, also spoke about this, and thankfully he didn't put on his fake patois voice. But he did try to reassure everyone that his parents were fine.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Crazy. They're both down in Australia right now because my dad was shooting a movie down there. But I just got off the phone with them. They both are fine. They're not even that sick. They're not worried about it. They're not tripping, but they're going through the necessary health precautions, obviously. But I don't think it's anything to be too worried about. I appreciate everyone's concern and the well wishes, but I think it's all going to be all right. But I appreciate it, and just everybody stay safe out there. Much love.
Tom Hanks and his wife weren't the only public figures diagnosed with the corona. An NBA player for the Utah Jazz named Rudy Gobart tested positive for the coronavirus as well. And it's crazy because just a few days ago, he was out here touching on microphones and just spreading his germs all over the place. And now he got the corona. Not only that, he spread the virus to other players on his team. Donovan Mitchell was also another player who tested positive for corona. Rudy's positive test actually caused the NBA to suspend the rest of the season until further notice. So no more games will be played until the coast is clear. And this is crazy because I don't think this has ever happened before. They are really canceling everything. LeBron James and Steph Curry reacted to this news on Twitter, and LeBron said, "Man, we canceling sporting events, school, office work, etc., etc. What we really need to cancel is 2020. Dang, it's been a rough 3 months. God bless and stay safe." Steph said this, "2020 ain't it. Don't know what to compare this situation to. Just gotta buckle up and take care of yourself and those around you. Basketball will be back at some point, but right now, protect yourself and stay safe out there." Child, we have to stay safe out there, but yes, this year 2020 is a mess, and we have about 9 months left. Whew, child. But anyway, the coronavirus has a lot of people concerned right now, and some people think it's deadly. Now, the death rate is higher in some of the hot places like Italy and China, but in places like South Korea, the death rate is not that high, even though there are many cases. So it really just depends on how proactive people are in getting tested, and also it depends on the person. If a person already has a compromised immune system, the virus will affect them more than a healthy person. Also, older people will be more at risk as well, especially older patients with pre-existing diseases. But even with that information, everybody is still taking precautions against the virus. It doesn't matter if you're young, if you're old, if you're healthy, if you're sick. People are trying to avoid getting that corona. Schools and universities like Harvard and UVA are temporarily closing down and moving their classes online because they don't want a lot of people to gather in one place. Also, workplaces are shutting down, and it was even announced that Coachella is being postponed until October because they don't want to deal with the risk of corona spreading in large crowds like that. I've even seen some entertainers cancel their shows because people are afraid to attend their concerts. Also, you don't see people traveling anymore or going to different places of business because they are fearful of catching the coronavirus. So the global economy is taking a major hit. The stock market is plunging, global trade is getting affected, and places of business are losing money. There's a lot of money being lost, and some economists are saying that over $1 trillion might be lost. So the hysteria is not only about the virus, but it's also about the economy as well. Also, a lot of travelers will be affected because of the travel restrictions that are being put in place. Now, Donald Trump announced that he was putting a new travel ban on European countries for the next 30 days because of the rising cases in Europe.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight. These restrictions will be adjusted subject to conditions on the ground. There will be exemptions for Americans who have undergone appropriate screenings, and these prohibitions will not only apply to the tremendous amount of trade and cargo, but various other things as we get approval. Anything coming from Europe to the United States is what we are discussing. These restrictions will also not apply to the United Kingdom. At the same time, we are monitoring the situation in China and South Korea, and as their situation improves, we will reevaluate the restrictions and warnings that are currently in place for a possible early opening.
That was just a part of Donald Trump's speech, but as you can see, there are people in other nations taking this very seriously, and I hope Donald Trump is taking this seriously as well, because I'm hearing reports that he might be at risk because he did meet up with the Brazilian president and his officials last week, and it was confirmed that one of the officials tested positive for the coronavirus. So it's possible that Donald Trump was exposed to the virus. So I hope he gets tested because he definitely wasn't looking all that good when he was delivering that speech. So I hope he gets that corona under control if he has it. Anyway, I do hope this whole coronavirus hysteria dies down. I think with more information and more precaution, the infection can be contained and the numbers can decline. So we'll see how this whole thing pans out in the future. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.